Yeah.
We're gonna come in with that. Hey,
Yeah.
she like the money.
Hey.
Check it out. It's Fresh Friday rolling out. Got the homie Lil Will in the building, baby.
What's happening, man?
You know what I'm saying? We highlight some of that new shit, man, along with this new old Atlanta record, so some new old shit, man. So introduce yourself to the people, man, those who don't know. You know what I'm talking about?
You know what I'm saying? Southside, Dungeon Family, you know what I mean? Man, been in the business, man, a long time. You know what I'm saying? Just doing music with different artists, and that's what I love to do. So, hey, you know what I mean? Lil Will, everybody, what's happening?
No doubt, man. So, you know, you go way back looking for Nicki and all them classic records, man. You know, being on the hook, man. Give the people some background on Lil Will. Like, what high school you went to? You from Atlanta, you know what I'm talking about?
Well, I'm from the South Side, so I went to a different school, a couple of different schools. I'm North Clayton. I went to North Clayton High School. Other than that, hey, man, I came up with Dallas Austin and Kevin Wells and, you know what I'm saying, that era of music. Just always was doing talent shows and, you know what I'm saying, parties or go and sing for my homeboy mama or, you know, something like that. I had a record player growing up and a lot of records, so I would mimic, you know, other artists. If I couldn't sing it like them, I wouldn't sing it. So I don't necessarily use auto-tune. I don't like it. You know what I mean? If I can't sing it, I don't want to sing it. I guess in the beginning of my career, I got the bug when I was young. Like, real young. I used to watch Soul Train, American Bandstand, and I seen, I'm like, man, I want to do that. You know what I mean? It just looked like a real party. It looked like, you know, a real movement or a lifestyle. So that's how I became Will. You know, just, you know, over the years with different entities, you know, here in Atlanta. So yeah.
And that was it. That's what's up, man. So, you know, you old Atlanta, man. Did you ever visit Sharon Showcase? Or, you know what I'm saying? In those spots back in the day, the Jelly Bean. You know, we talking about old Atlanta. So, you know, tell us some of those stories, man. Sharon Showcase, because I never went to Sharon Showcase, but I would always see, I think it was on Channel 69? I would always see it on Channel 69 and be like, damn, I want to go there.
Either that or Arnell Star.
Yeah, I was going to say Arnell Star,
right,
yeah.
Right, without a doubt. Sharon has been around for a long time. She's probably pushing 80 right now, but she looks like she's 50. This was one of the biggest clubs on the east side that I remember. You know, so this was way before, you know, the Atrium or before, you know. I think the other spot was on Covington Highway. It was like Mama's, you know, it was just a big, you know, some big clubs. But Sharon had it sectioned off. It was like a red room. It was like a, you know what I'm saying, this room over here, and the hood dudes over here, and you know what I mean? So, yeah, she always had a real movement going on in the city, man. And it was a place, I'll say, that kept, you know what I'm saying, a lot of us, you know, out of trouble. Like, we call her mama, you know what I'm saying? We call her auntie, you know what I mean? Because she always looked out for us at an early age. So she was a major staple, you know what I'm saying, in Atlanta, yeah, Sharon.
And building what is known as the entertainment scene for Atlanta, because that was back.
The club life. She didn't have, like, back then, we wasn't no sections and all that with bottles and all that. It was just everybody on the floor dancing, and it was a real movement. The club scene has kind of died out a little bit now, man. Like, everybody is standing in one spot, you know what I mean, on top of each other almost, and it's not necessarily a party. It's just people standing around, talking shit, drinking, you know what I mean? So I think it kind of died a little bit.
Yeah, but that's when we had Atlanta Live. You remember Atlanta Live back in
112, Atlanta Live.
All that, yeah. No, I'm talking about the show that was at Sharon Showcase, Atlanta Live. That used to be on Channel 69 back in the day. So, you know, so that's old Atlanta, man. So, you know, people who move into the city and may not know, you know, the history or the fabric of Atlanta, you know, that's a little bit of research that you can go do. Yeah. But this Fresh Friday, man, so what was that first fresh moment for you that said, you know, this is what I'm supposed to be doing, when you had that aha moment?
Man, like I I said, I got it at an early age, man. So I think my first really fresh moment was hearing myself on the radio, bro. You know what I'm saying? And like, I just happened to be, I guess, at a grocery store or something, and you know, they played it, you know, the radio in the grocery store. I'm like, wait a minute, you know what I'm saying?
What song was it?
It's just looking for Nikki. You know what I mean?
So-
And yeah, I was amazed. I was like, wow, we climbed up the ladder now. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to Louisville, America. You know what I'm saying? And we shut the city down, man, for maybe 7-8 weeks on the charts on radio. We shut down Tupac. We shut down Mary J. Blige. Number one. You know what I'm saying? Number one. And didn't even have it in the stores. Didn't even have it. You know what I mean? Like they was recording it off of the radio. Like, they would have this session where it come on and they like get your tapes ready, get your such and such ready, and they started recording it off of there, man.
So you know, if you being played in the grocery store, 'cause you know Atlanta is one of the only cities you gonna go in the Kroger or Publix and you gonna hear black music. You know what I'm saying? Most places you go, you hearing country, you hearing elevator music. You know what I'm talking about? So to hear that in the grocery store, man, that
was amazing to me.
Yeah, that's amazing. What is it though about Atlanta that you feel, you know, makes it special? Because I kind of have my own, you know, reservations about what make Atlanta special.
I think the people, you know what I'm saying, for me, man, because culture is something totally different is once you make it, you know. We're a city that really understands, you know, what we like and what we don't like, but we never really hated on, you know, another city or another, you know what I mean? Like we listened to all the Midwest rappers and, you know what I'm saying, all the New York rappers coming up because that's what we had. I think everybody had their shot, meaning you remember when Timberland them got their deal, you know what I'm saying, Death Row got their deal, Fabulous and the Firm or whatever, they got their deal, you get what I'm saying? So it was a stepping stone. A-Ball, MJG, you know what I'm saying, they had their time, and we listened to that non-stop.
We listened to that on the way to high school, boy. That was a dub.
Even the West Coast rappers, you know what I'm saying? Spice One, E40, you know what I'm saying? We listened to all of that. You dig? So I'll say it's a melting pot. You know, here in Atlanta now, a lot of people are moving here from other cities, other states, because this is the new Mecca. This is the new entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wants to be here now. It's building, it's growing, and I'll say that we really created a sound that nobody can duplicate. So of course you're gonna come here and get the game. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna drop it in the pot. You feel me? Not to say that, you know, New York is different. You know what I mean? But I'll say so. You know, me going and witnessing, you know, how these cats get down in New York, and like we did the tunnel, and you know what I'm saying. If you can make it in the tunnel, you can make it anywhere. You know what I mean? So me, Goody Mob, Outkast, you know what I'm saying? Like they kind of accepted that because like they kicked the door down, bro. You know what I'm saying? For real.
What was that experience like? Because the tunnel in New York was a beast. You know what I'm saying? So you went in there.
Yeah,
you had to your ass. It was, you know.
You had to be on point, bro.
Yeah. So what was that experience like when y'all went and did that and shit the tunnel?
You know, like I said, they accepted it, dog. Like the boys was raw. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't deny Outkast. You can't deny 3000 and Big Boy as a duo, as a collaboration. You can't deny that. You know what I'm saying? It's fact. And like I said, we clawed to the top. They was not playing any Southern music, pure rock. You know what I'm saying? Except for down here in the South. Midwest stayed in the Midwest. New York stayed in New York. LA stayed in LA. You come down here now, it's everything.
Melting
pot. You know,
pot.
Everything. I'll say it's a little bit of following too. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of the YNs follow the same cadence, use the same beats. You know what I'm saying? The same instruments. You know, just to keep that sound, I guess. You know what I mean? But it is what it is.
Yeah. So old Atlanta, man, how did the concept, you know, come about? And you know, did Marvin hit you on the phone? Will, I got this record, or did you go to Marvin? How did that come about?
Basically, I can't remember what I was working on. I was at Outkast, DJ Swift, at his house. And Marvin has always been a lawyer, a friend, you know what I'm saying, to me. he was doing a documentary for his father. Arrested Dead, Marvin Arrington Sr.
Bow legs.
Yeah, on both legs. And basically he was like, yo, man, I need some songs, you know what I'm saying, for the documentary. You know what I mean? And I was like, okay, cool. Let me pull out the hard drive and, you know what I'm saying, I started playing a couple of records for him and he was like, that's the one right there. Let me get that right there. You know what I'm saying? And it was Old Atlanta with me and Backbone on it at first. And it was already larger than life. You know what I mean? So they used it for the soundtrack for the documentary. This is the opening record, you know what I mean, all that. And I went home and I was just thinking like, damn, you know, this can be way bigger than what it is. So I told Marvin, I said, hey man, I said, I can get everybody from that era on this record. And he was like, no, you can't, man. You can't do that, man. And I said, bro, I'm cool with all these cats. You know what I'm saying? I don't have no beef with nobody in the industry. I said, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a TV track of it and send it to everybody. If they want to get down with it, they're going to get down with it because this is Atlanta. This is how we get down. So the brotherhood came so fast. Like everybody that I sent the record to was like, when you need it. You know what I'm saying? It was coming back real quick. So we got over 35 plus rappers, you know what I'm saying, on this Old Atlanta remix. And we've broken it up into different remixes, like a 285 remix, an 85 South remix, a legendary remix. Player Puncho, MC Shadi, Raheem the Dream, you know what I'm saying, Don P from Trillville. I can keep naming, you know what I'm saying, it goes on, Baby D, you know what I mean, Big Rube, Slim, Backbone, C-Bone, Fabo from D4L, Mook B, Jizzle Man, you know what I'm saying? So I just try to follow a timeline, bro. You know what I'm saying? I got the first rapper from Atlanta on there, Mojo. You know what I'm saying? He sent me his verse. He went and recorded it on the iPhone, you know what I'm saying, and sent me his verse like that, bro. He was one of the first cats to send it to. So shout out to Mojo, man. He gon' do it.
Mojo went old school for real, Old Atlanta for real.
Yeah, so like I said, and nobody sounds the same on this record. So automatically, as soon as you hear the voices, you like, oh, that's such and such, that's such and such. Bone Crusher on there. Bentley Farnsworth on there. You know what I mean? KB, you know what I mean? Wicked from Ghetto Mafia. So I can, like I said, 35 plus. I can keep naming. We also got a couple of new generation Old Atlanta rappers. You know what I'm saying? The son of Big Corey is on there. You know what I'm saying? The daughter of Marvin Arrington, Canary is on there. You see what I'm saying? So KP from KP and Envy, Shout It Swing My Way. You know what I'm saying? We got her on there. You dig what I'm saying? So I just try to keep it real, man. And, you know what I mean? Follow the timeline. Like I said, everybody had a great single. You know what I'm saying? Coming up, all the artists that I have on here had a movement. You know what I'm saying? Going on, whether it be Trillville, with the crunk music, whether it be Baby D and Lil C, Rest of Dead C. Big Oom Records was always a pillar in our community. So I had to reach out to them too. You know what I mean? And like I said, everybody who just really wanted to be a part of the movement. It wasn't for me. This was for Atlanta because nobody ever did it for Atlanta. You dig what I'm saying? I've always seen the New Yorkers do a cypher where it's 13, 14 rappers and they going back to back and they just freestyling. And I was like, man, we can do that and make it better than that, dog. We gonna have these folks, you know what I'm saying, really put in some work. So like I said, it was a no-brainer, man. Everybody came with their A game, bro. Like I didn't have to tell nobody to go crazy. They went crazy. Once they heard who was like, I got Young Dro on there going crazy, bro. You know what I'm saying? So once everybody heard what was going on and the movement was going, man, they was like, we gotta be a part of this, man, because we are Atlanta. So that's what I think when I said the brotherhood and what makes Atlanta different and what makes, you know what I'm saying? It's always, I guess you can call it piggybacking. You know what I'm saying? You can call it piggybacking off of, you know, this artist or that artist. And especially if y'all in the same circle, you know what I mean? It would behoove you to work on this guy's project. You know what I'm saying? Everybody put something in the pot. You did what I'm saying and get this done and then move on to the next project. You see what I'm saying? So that was kind of special to me, coming up with the Dungeon Family. I kind of learned, you know, a lot about music with Rico Wade and Ray and Pat. You did what I'm saying?
R.I.P. to Rico Wade.
Yeah, on how to create a record. You did what I'm saying? To produce a whole record. You did what I'm saying? And hey man, those cats, you know, were innovators. that time. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, for real, yeah, man.
Yeah. So yeah, man. So what was it like in the studio with all of these cats? Were you in the studio? Did everybody just kind of send their music in? Like,
For the old Atlanta record, basically, maybe 10 or 11 people sent in, you know, records, but I made a couple of days to where I invited everybody over, you know, to the studio, either at Stankonia or either at Swift's, and, you know, come and record your verse. And then we had to go back and kind of redo it because one was like 100 beats per minute and the other one was 102 beats, per minute. So we took it to Renegade, and I did another day where I invited everybody to step on. We also shot the video this day, also B-roll, all that. So it came together pretty nicely, man. And no pressure, no problems. You know what I mean? Like I said, I think that it's a lifestyle now, man. You know what I mean? Like, for real.
what you mean by that?
Because old Atlanta is old Atlanta. Like, we came up differently from, you know, what's going on now, morally, and you know what I'm saying. I was like, it's a lot of things that, you know, you shouldn't be doing. Like, you shouldn't be partying with the kids right now. Like, we, you know what I mean? I don't know about that. You know what I'm saying? So it's a little different for me, man. I just want to create some timeless music, man. You know what I'm saying? And I think we did that with this.
Yeah, I'm definitely doing it.
We got a new remix coming. You know what I'm saying? Probably Monday.
Okay.
It's Don P from Trillville, Mojo, Black on C-Bone, and Fabo of D4L. So that's the next remix that's gonna come out now. It's already done. We just gotta put it up. You know what I mean? Video already shot.
Yeah, because the other one is like 300-some-thousand views on
400.
400 now on YouTube.
400. Going
It's
crazy.
still climbing.
Yes.
It's still climbing.
And that's only in like 31 days, bro. You know what I'm saying? So if we can bump out 1 million, you know what I'm saying, in 2 months, come on, man, we can do 3 million in 3 months. You get what I'm saying? So we just pushing the issue, man, and not trying to drop the ball, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because you could really, you know what I'm saying, lose it. But hey, man, like I said, we got the momentum going, and I'm proud of it, bro. Like, I'm proud of it, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, no pressure, no problems. Everybody came with their A game, and this opens the door for everybody to drop new music. You dig what I'm saying? They just kind of crunk up Young LA and J Money and all them cats again. You dig what I'm saying? So that's kind of old Atlanta to me too. You know what I mean? That's what I mean by timeless music. Yeah. These cats, you know what I'm saying? They got a couple of singles that's, you know, going FJ Money. You know what I'm saying? Like, they brought it back. Like, you did what I'm saying? So it's money in that. Yeah. And a lot of these newer, new age, you know, kids, they never heard of this music. Like, a lot of people have never heard Looking for Nikki. They never heard Slim Calhoun, It's Okay. They never heard Goody Mob, They Don't Dance No More. You did what I'm saying? Return of the Gangsta on Aquemini. These are just some, you know, songs.
All classics.
Yeah.
All classics.
So it's timeless.
Yeah.
It's timeless, man.
Yeah.
Right now, I kind of feel like Atlanta is the stepping stone now. You know what I'm saying? For music, bro. You know what I'm saying?
And it's been that. Atlanta had been in chokehold for about 20, 25 years.
It's kind of like you gotta come here, you know what I'm saying, in order for you to, you know what I mean, to suffice, in order for you to be, you know, as big as possible. They're coming down here to get these sounds from us, you know what I'm saying? And it's incredible, man.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Yeah, and that's what, when you were a shorty, that's what you was dreaming and visualizing when you was watching.
Yeah. I, you know, like I said, the American Bandstand, Soul Train, like, you've seen Marvin Gaye, you've seen all the new artists, you know what I'm saying? And they came and performed, and you see, like, everybody was dancing. It just looked like a real party, man.
It was
like
a vibe.
Yeah, man. So that's how I got it. And to this day, man, like, I still, you know what I'm saying, wake up every day and want to do it. You know what I mean? A lot of people give up and say, hey, man, I put blood, sweat, and tears into the game, you know what I'm saying, and I'm not getting back what I'm supposed to. No, man, you just got to keep going, man. You know what I'm saying?
You got to enjoy the journey. It's not the destination. It's the journey. Baby, enjoy the journey.
Family man, bro.
Yeah, you know that. So this is lightning round. We're going to close out with a song, film, product that you swear by. this is like what you live by, like this song, this film, this product?
Man, that's kind of hard to say.
Okay, you got a few of them or what?
Yeah. that's
Okay,
kinda hard to say
what-
because
run them down.
I've never put myself in a box.
Okay.
If someone came to me and said that they needed a country song, I'm gonna write a country song, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm a city nigga. You know what I mean? So, like I said, just necessarily not put myself in a box. I would necessarily lean towards R&B. You know what I mean? Or you know, street and B, or however. A movie that I would live by?
That you live by, like, you know, this movie
Man,
right
like
here.
the Temptations, or you know what I'm saying? You know, something like that, man. Scarface, you know what I'm saying?
I know everybody that's Scarface.
Yeah, I mean, come on, man. There's a lot, you know what I'm saying, that I've seen through my years that I can relate to. And just, once again, not putting myself in a box, I just feel like, you know what I'm saying, music is you know, what you created. A lot of times you go in thinking that you're gonna do a certain record, and it ends up being something totally different. You know what I mean? And not that that's a problem, but I feel like that's, you know what I'm saying? Hey, that's your creative genius. You know what I mean? To come up with, you did what I'm saying? So going forward, I'm just trying to do the best music that I can and the best business that I can. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel that.
You know, paperwork wise,
Yeah.
and you know, friendship wise, you can burn yourself out. You know, trying to cater to a certain, you know what I'm saying, thing. Man, I walk with God, bro.
That's what
you know what I'm saying, and it's time for us to, you know what I'm saying, uplift your brother. You know what I'm saying? Uplift the next person. Pass it down. You did what I'm saying? Pass it forward. I don't want to leave Earth without people knowing my legacy, though. You
Yeah.
see what I'm saying? So now's the time for us to put everything at the forefront. Just like you said, people, you know, introduce themselves to them.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know who I am and how I got on these records. Hey, man, a silent killer is the worst one.
You right?
So I just sit back and, you know what I'm saying? Hey, man, play my part, bro. That's the only thing. I can only be Will. It's only one of me.
No
You know
doubt.
what I'm saying? And, you know, like I said, I just want to do timeless music.
Now you work with a lot of people in the industry, man. What's your dream collaboration if you still have
R.
one?
Kelly.
Okay.
Yeah, R. Kelly, man. The hands down. You know what I'm saying? Hands down. He's definitely one of them ones. You know what I mean? The Mike and Prince gone. So those were, you know, a couple of my dreams. Donnie gone. You know, like R. Kelly.
R. Kelly, no doubt, man. So, you know, you give a lot. So at the end of the day, how do you reset? You know, how does Lil Will reset from all the other?
From being Lil Will.
Yeah.
That family. You know what I'm saying? My kids. Well, they're not kids anymore, but, you know, my sons, my two sons. And just being around like-minded people, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I enjoy putting this together. You know what I mean? And just the camaraderie that we have amongst brothers. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think it's anyone on the song that doesn't necessarily know what's going on here in Atlanta and doesn't necessarily know about the city. All these cats is from the city. You know what I mean? It came up in an era where, you know, it was pimping. It was, you know what I'm saying, Chocolate City. It was, you know. So yeah, man. It's one of those instances where I'm looking past everything, trying to, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get over here, bro. Like I ain't looking at this in front of me no more. I'm looking past that. You know what I'm saying? So I guess that's the only way you can win is to have a set a bigger standard. You know what I mean? For yourself. And follow that, bro. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean? Stay down with that. So that's how I reset, man. Smoke a little weed, you know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up.
That helps.
No doubt, man. Let's get a drop for rolling out.
Hey, man.
All right.
Yo, this your boy Lil Will Street Jones, Dungeon Family Zone. We on Fresh Fridays, rolling out, man, with that boy Dr. Mathis, my partner, Doug High School, man. You already know what's happening, man. Appreciate y'all for having me. Y'all go and download that old Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? All the remixes. Also, go download Looking for Nikki. It's on there. It's your boy, man, Lil Will, man. Yeah.
I appreciate it, man.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get a quick photo.
Yes, sir. I'm about to go to the Fielski and get some food.
What is it?
To the dry line on now.
Oh, you finna go over
Yeah,
there?
yeah. Right. I'm on the south side. I'm on the south side, so I
I'm
gotta,
finna go over there too.
yeah. I gotta meet my girl. So,
Oh, you.
yeah, she meet her.
Get a photo,
She,
you standing right
Who finna go over there?
I'm just gonna meet my girl. She trying to get her nails done or something. And I'm like, man, you go get your nails done first. I'll meet you.
Yeah, I
Nah,
know.
that's
Yeah,
smart.
I'm not gonna sit up in the I'm not gonna sit up in the nail shop and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
There you go. 1, 2, 3.
Rick, you wanna be in any photos?
Yeah, I'm gonna get it quick. You can get one for me. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. My partner, Lil Will.
All right. Come on, figure out to get
Oh, yeah.
Get on in here, eat.
P.
Boom. Boom. Boom.
Appreciate it, babe.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yeah. What up, Daniel? Will.
Nice to meet you. What's up, man?
Nice to meet you. Already. So you say, how long what else y'all gotta do? Paint?
No, I'm moving over the crook field here.
Okay.
What room,
So we got
Yeah, I got
this,
put the access here to the building, because I have to bring like I like to bring my stuff.
but then we're just redoing that.
How long you say you're gonna be ready?
Before it's ready,
broadcasting all that stuff in?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's another one with fire.
So this give you like that hip hop
Yeah.
feel, that vibe, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So
Oh yeah, it's fire. Oh yeah, it's lit.
Oh, I thought you was over here.
It's lit.
Nah, I was
It's
not.
another-
That's right, yes.
you like that room better.
Yeah,
Huh?
it's great, though.
Yeah, I like this room right here. The red room.
It's fire.
Yeah. And this is like if they have photo shoot, it's a wardrobe room. That's the air room. So you need to tell them when you guys do a movie, they want to do a shoot with the cast. Yeah. Yeah, before it gets, or screen like
Yeah, we need to do something over there. Yeah. Yeah. As soon as he gets down here, we'll, I'll call you in a minute. Yeah.